Hey Andy, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, thank you. How's the day so far?
It's been pretty good. It's actually 1 p.m. here, snowy, uh, pretty calm Sunday.
That sounds good. That sounds good, Andy. So, Andy, Remnants was released recently. So, can you tell me a bit about the songwriting and the production behind this album?
Absolutely. Yeah, so it was actually a long process. We started to make first like EP,
Hmm.
uh, which would have been like follower for our first EP that
Yeah.
we released 2014.
Mhm.
Um, um, so yeah, but then we realized that okay, we have so many good songs, strong songs coming up, so we would want to make an album. And we actually made it in 3 pieces. Like we started to do like these packages with a bunch of songs,
Mhm.
and we were trying different kind of things. Actually, like in production kind of matter. Yeah, and then we found a way to do the things which was working for the new material, and
Mhm.
it took many years. A lot of things happened during the time when we were doing those songs, but yeah, now it's finally yeah, released. So we're very happy about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. And was there any concept that was put behind this album?
There ain't like any one specific main theme for the album. There are many different kind of songs, and there are like multiple themes in there, but there are like maybe few main things that we underlined in those few of those songs. Basically, there were pretty rough times during writing those songs. So basically, the message is that don't let it take you down if the world is kicking you at some point, or
Yeah,
um, and also like try to be your authentic self, and then keep holding on that no matter
that's
what.
yeah, that sounds good.
But
Sounds
there is like, yeah, and then there are a few songs like, for example, Ben Moore is written about Dream,
Mhm.
which I had many years ago, and that was interesting to write. And then the last song for the album, Absorbia, is about basically the summer and the sun, but also about the death. So yeah, there are
Wonderful.
so many things covered up in there.
Wonderful. And talking about bands, when the first full-length album comes out, that's something special for each band. So how do you feel about the outcome of this particular full-length album?
We are very relieved and happy about the release. Um, Basically, the first EP was kind of a bunch of songs that we had just written. Like when we did the first EP, it was the situation was that we've been like together only like not even a year, maybe like 8 months or something.
Mhm.
Then we went to the studio and recorded those songs without thinking too much. So we had only a limited few days to write, do that EP. So now when we did the album, we wanted to take the time to make it, like a good album, and to find kind of the package that would be uh, great, and not, like do it in a rush. So in that matter, we are very happy about the results.
Wonderful, wonderful. And now the album is out. So have you guys ever thought, oh, maybe we should have done this a bit earlier? It's been like you guys started way back in 2013, and to wait for a full-length album took so much of years. So have this kind of thoughts ever gone into your mind?
Absolutely. I have to be honest that it felt sometimes like nerve-wracking, like it took so long, but actually they're happening a lot, like in our band, our earlier drummer Petteri had to leave the band. He decided to focus on his work career, um, and also our bass player was replaced back in the day. So all that was kind of affecting also to the making of the album, and and we were also playing some live shows during making that album and stuff like that. And then of course recently the album has been actually ready like almost 2 years now, but because of the pandemic we wanted to postpone the release. So yeah, but I can tell you that it was like a daily thing in my mind that I just want to get the Remnants out.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And Antti, would you like to share how it all started since the beginning and how you guys got together as a fiction?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, it was like 2013, and before that period of time in my life, I had like few bands, local bands, where I was playing guitar. So there were metal bands, and at that time I had like pretty difficult situation, like I had relationship ended and stuff like that. So I wrote new songs. I didn't have a band back in the day, and I felt that I want to also sing those songs. So that was the idea behind Affection, and then I started to ask from my friends, okay, do you know anyone who could come to my band? And it took just like a few days actually when we found people from my like connections. So then we headed. We got this rehearsal place, went there and started to play those songs, and it was actually pretty cool period of time. Like we were so excited, we were literally playing during the day and during the night, drinking some beer and having fun, and it was awesome.
Sounds great, sounds great. And how has the road been for you guys so far?
Yeah, so in general, do you mean like the whole time back from here?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, the start. So it's been pretty good. Like soon after the release of the EP, we went, like to play live shows, and that was amazing. We noticed immediately that we have this kind of pretty unique sound, and then people were liking it. And we were some kind of able to harness the energy that we have also on live stages and live situations. So that's been awesome, and we are really waiting to get back to the States. But yeah, so the making of the album took pretty long time, but except that everything's been good, and then we have also like much coming up, so things are pretty good.
Sounds good, sounds good. And I know the international touring is a big question, but do you guys have any touring plans in Finland for now?
Not like exactly touring plans. We will play some live shows here and there, but at the moment situation is really bad here. You can't play any events for at the moment, and the situation is actually just getting worse. so we'll see what happened. But I'm very optimistic and hopeful that we are able to play some shows at the end of the spring and during the summer.
Yeah.
And especially on next fall if things are better, and obviously if it's possible also at somewhere in Europe too.
That sounds good, sounds good. And in the meantime, do you guys have any other plans for the band?
Yeah, we are writing new material at the moment. We've actually been doing that for some time already. I tend to write these like skeletons for the songs. And there's a big bunch of those, so it's hard to say like where things are shaping with our music next, but it's very interesting, and we are very excited about writing new material. So that's basically the thing that we are focusing on at the moment. But of course, at the same time, like we want to make our music to be heard around the world. So we're focusing on that at the moment, and we have some connections that we have just recently found. So hopefully things are, like evolving soon.
Yeah, that sounds great, sounds great. And would you like to share some of the great moments that you guys had over the years?
Great moments. Well, yeah, like definitely those that our songs has been played in radio locally here in, for example, Thousand Mirrors was played in Radio Rock, which is the biggest Finnish rock and metal channel. It was awesome, and we were also interviewed in there. And our recent two singles, Highway of Denial and Since Blood, has been also played a lot in radio stations all over the world. So that's awesome. Otherwise, like there are just so many good memories from live shows. Those are kind of the big things. We also made quite many music videos for this album. So making of those is, it's also always exciting. We were able to make the video for Since Blood, which is our recent music video. We made it with Rivata Visuals, which is like this Finnish group of guys who make great music videos, and they made some for like Fear Factory and Vola and things like that. So that was like extremely cool experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know Affection is a band which is genuine when it comes to music. It's quite new when it comes to the genre of rock and alternative metal. And in the future, do you be doing more musical experimentation in the band, or is going to be the same kind of genre that you're currently on?
That's a good question. I believe we are not going to replace our guitars with synths or anything like that. So we are gonna do pretty much same kind of music as today. There's gonna be like hard hitting guitars in the future as well. But to be honest, I'm not sure yet where we are heading with our new like stuff, because like Remnants is very versatile album. There are so many different kind of things covered up in there, so it's gonna be interesting what happens. But I think the thing is that we'll like write more songs. We will kind of see together as a band where it will evolve, and what of those songs are the thing that we really want like take forward, and but also we will definitely make things a bit more faster than before. So one of the things with Remnants was that we recorded and mixed the whole thing basically by ourselves. So vocals were recorded by Rami Nykänen, but otherwise mostly it's recorded and mixed by us. So we were kind of looking for our own thing sound-wise as well, but now we have much more like the bass work done in there, so now it's more easier to take the next step with our second or actually third release.
Wonderful. And how now the Remnants is out, how has the reception for the album in Finland and on the global scene?
It's been very awesome, to be honest. Like we've got so much nice feedback about that. The thing is that it's been out only like few days now, so it's a bit early to say like in the bigger scale about the thing. But we're waiting for kind of the feedback wave about the album. So we are very excited. But so far it's been very good. Like people has been sending messages and giving feedback. So.
Sounds great. And are you guys planning to sign up with any big labels anytime sooner?
I don't know, to be honest. When we were making Remnants and when it was like mostly done, we were looking for record labels. The situation for bands that are releasing their first album, it's not usually pretty good in the matter of like what kind of offers you're gonna get. So we decided to actually release it through Omnicult Records, which is our own label. So far things been good. We've been finding good connections, basically similar that other record labels are using. So we are happy at the moment. Of course we are like open to hear some offers, and we've got those recently as well for our upcoming stuff. But we'll see.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And finally, what would be the message that you want to deliver to the fans in Finland and around the world?
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, it's been crazy few years for everyone. So I hope that people stick around and listen good heavy metal, because it gives you much energy and like strength to go on. So that's the thing.
Wonderful. And Angie, I want to personally thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interview you today. And thanks for putting Remnants, an amazing album this year. It's a real pleasure listening to the album. And I wish you and the entire band great success in the band career, and lot more music is being expected with more quality in the future. And I wish you guys all the best. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man. It was very nice to talk with you, and hope you're doing well.
Yeah, my pleasure, Angie. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.